Hi, you guys. It's your girl, Nene Leaks. Welcome to Casa Leaks. I'm right here inside of my master bedroom. Yes. And thank you for subscribing to my channel. Please subscribe if you haven't already. We'd love to have you here. And if you ain't been here, this is the time that you need to be here because I have a lot to say every other day. And every night after the reunion, we're going to be dropping information right here on my channel. So let's get right into it. So the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion happened yesterday. And it was quite interesting to me, which is why I want to hop on here and get your opinion about a couple of things. I don't want to say too much right now. I just want to say a little bit, and then from there I'll have several other videos here for you to watch. I always feel like people have short attention spans and people don't like long videos. I don't like to really look at long stuff unless it's very interesting. So I try to make my videos short. I am long-winded sometimes though, so just bear with me, okay, because it is a lot to cover. So I'm just going to cover a little bit and then go from there and there and there and there and there and there, and then my son will cover some so that he can have some there, and I just won't have to have so much of that stuff on my channel. My son's channel is King, King, Brent, Brent. Go and subscribe to his channel, and he's going to help me cover some of this reunion, Real Housewives stuff and questions and all of that kind of stuff. So, right before we started the reunion, I want to just touch on a few things that happened. So right before we started the reunion, not right before, I'm sorry, days before we started the reunion, we sort of rehearsed it as best we could. As far as they helped us pick our background. Mine was done right here. We had some other things in this area. You couldn't see my TV back there on the wall. So, they knew what our backgrounds would look like prior to going into this situation. And we did this one-on-one, and we also had group Zoom meetings where we could see each other and discuss certain things, okay? So in one of my meetings, I was asked, what color are you going to wear? And I said that I was going to wear possibly white. So I was told that two other people are possibly going to wear white, so you might want to reconsider. And I said, say no more. Absolutely. If two other people have already considering wearing white, I will wear something different. They said, so what colors are you thinking? I said, I'm thinking maybe a royal blue or a pink. And they said, okay, well, those are good colors. And I said, okay. So the night before the reunion, I started to pick things out and lay things around and decide what I was going to wear. I settled on black sequins. And I said, well, I'll just wear black sequins. I felt like it was comfortable. I liked it. The morning of the reunion. Once I arrived at the viral reunion, I noticed that all the girls are wearing white. When I say all the girls, that will mean everyone except for Marlo and Tanya, because they were not on at the time yet. I thought, dang, everybody has on white. That's weird. And then I thought, let me just text Marlo. So I text Marlo. I said, what color are you going to wear? She said, I'm wearing white. And I said, you are? And she said, yeah, I'm going to wear cream and white mixed. And I said, okay. Well, maybe I should text Tanya. So I text Tanya. I said, Tanya, what color are you wearing? And she said, white. So I thought, okay. So she wearing white. Well, here I am sitting in black sequins. I was told that two people were thinking about wearing white, and I probably should reconsider. So I started toying with myself in my brain, like, should I stay here in this? I really like what I have on. Should I change? Should I not change? So I text Greg. And Greg said, if I were you, I would change. You look like a target. You look like a villain. You look like, a black sheep. And I said, oh, okay. Well, anyway, He don't know. He don't know. Let me text Alvin. So I text Alvin. And Alvin said, get up and change. You should change. And Alvin is a friend of mine. And I thought, oh, they're starting though. They're already starting. And Greg texted me again. He said, did you get up and change? And I said, but they're starting. Like, dang, they're starting. I'm going to look like, jacked up. And he was like, I don't care. You should change. And I said, oh my God. Just as he started to talk about welcome to our first, viral reunion, I just said, oh, forget it. I'm getting up. Before we even get this started, I got up, ran in my closet, and was just in a frenzy, just frantic, just looking for something white really fast that I think I'm going to look nice in like anybody else or, whatever. So from the gate, I hadn't laid out anything. So I think, okay, I'm just going to jump in something. So I just jumped into something. I had some earrings that were laying there. I was like, these will be great. Let me grab this. Like, I have a lot of clothes. I have a lot of jewelry. But, like anybody else, I would have wanted to be able to really lay out what I was going to wear. So I jumped in that and jumped back on camera. And as I was getting dressed in my closet, I said to myself, Nene, listen, this was probably something that was supposed to throw you off. Don't let it throw you off. Go back in there. You're going to be fine. Just go on. Just go on. Just go on. Talk to myself because we haven't even started yet. And obviously, I'm human like anybody else, so I'm thinking to myself, this is messed up. This is really messed up. Like, why would, is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? I ask you, is it a coincidence that 6 people got on white? Is that a coincidence? And I was told to not wear white? So, after changing, I came and I sat. The first 2, I'm just going to say maybe 2.5 hours. The first 2.5 hours, it was all questioning me, Nene, 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 Nene. I thought, okay, so it's all me. Okay, so according to everything I saw this season, they said they carried the show. I'm not in that many episodes. They in majority of the episodes. So why should I have that many questions? So when the reunion starts, again, Marlo and Tanya are not out there. Portia is there, I'm there. And you have to understand that the rest of them are with Kenya on her side, okay? So there be Cynthia and Candy, Eva and her, all over there. So when I'm asked a question, I got all these people jumping in. Majority of the time, it was Kenya and Eva jumping in. Eva's got to save her plum and make it into a piece, so she's got to push it out of, just do whatever she got to do, okay, at this point. She's so interesting, as she likes to say. But she wasn't interesting at all. I don't care what anybody says. She wasn't interesting. Okay, girl, you might have been a pretty face, but you had no personality. You weren't fun. You weren't. It was nothing. Okay, just it just is what it is. Okay. Nobody is bashing you. You just were boring. That's all. You were just boring. So after that, whenever Portia would speak, obviously she had a couple of people jumping in, but not in the way that they would jump in when I'm speaking. I ain't never scared. I'm good. I'm a big girl. I don't need no sympathy. I don't need nothing. I'm good. Okay? I got it. So, I'm doing my thing. I answer the question. I argue with whoever I got to argue with. Do I feel like it's fair? No. So after 2.5 hours, I closed my computer. They have not said on here once we finna have a pee break. You can go pee now. Anybody want some water? We have our drinks. We can just drink whatever we want to drink. I closed my computer. I went to go use the bathroom, and I thought, I need a break. So I'm just going to take a break. Whenever I felt like I wanted to take a break, I was going to take a break. Because if I'm just the person that you guys are asking questions to, I'm going to need a break a little bit more than everybody else, I guess. So after that, I said, you know what? It's not fair. You guys, they need to bring out Marlo and Tanya. At least bring them out because it's not fair. So they bring out Marlo and Tanya. And basically, they don't let them speak. They ain't asking them no questions. They still asking me questions. Some of the questioning I thought was out of line. You tell me what you think, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit later because I don't want to make this a really, really long video. Some of the question I felt was out of line, but you tell me what you think because I don't want to make this a really, really long video, so I want to try to go as fast as I can. I was asked questions about me and Wendy Williams' relationship. I really felt like that had nothing to do with the show at all. Wendy and I had a bit of a disagreement recently. She spoke out on her show. She called me that girl over there. And so they asked me about the situation. I was asked a question about it. And one of the questions came from one of the girls was that, why didn't you speak out publicly about that? I feel like your relationship with her is very strategic. You didn't speak out publicly about that because you like having a relationship with her. She has that platform. You'll be able to go over there and talk on that platform. You'll be able to do this, this, and this. I explained as best I could that I don't have a strategic relationship with her. She reached out to me when we weren't talking. So the relationship isn't strategic. She wanted us to get into a better place. And when she reached out to me, and we talked about it on her show, we met up, we talked. I told her if we ever had any other issue, that I would not go on a public platform and speak about it. She told me if we ever had any other issue, that she would personally call me and text me herself. She would not go publicly talking about anything. Now, why she didn't hold her end of the bargain up, I do not know. But I made my promise to her to do that, and that's what I'm going to do. I called and texted her up personally. So I don't feel like I need to talk about our relationship on a public platform because I talked to her personally. Okay? So I don't even know why I need to sit here on that show, Real Housewives, and talk about why I did not go public with me and Wendy's relationship. That has nothing to do with the show. Why didn't they ask me about some stuff that me and Wendy did on the show, opposed to our relationship when we were quarantined? That has nothing to do with them. I just, I was again asked question after question, and I just thought some of the stuff just wasn't necessary. I was asked about my YouTube channel. Why did I go on my YouTube channel and make a video saying that someone gets a spinoff over and over again and I don't? Like, why are we talking about that? That has nothing to do with Real Housewives. That is something that happened after the show had wrapped and everything. Now, I get if they were going to touch on it or just say, what's going on with you and her now? Because it seemed like y'all had a little problem on social media. I get that. But what I don't get is, why isn't the other girls being asked stuff that happened off camera? As the time goes on, I said to them, they were asking me so many questions. I said, is there anybody else here? Can you ask anybody else a question? Okay. So for about an hour and a half, they did not ask me a question, which I really appreciated and enjoyed, to not be asked a question when you have all these other girls on this platform and it's supposed to be an ensemble that's making this show or making this reunion, outside of trying to put pressure on one person to be the reunion. So I wasn't asked a question for about an hour and a half. Then the question, then what was said was, we're about to run a package on Cynthia and Kenya's relationship. So when they ran that package, I got up to go and pee. So when I got up, I took my cell phone and I looked at it. And on my cell phone, it said that I think that Yvonne is going to be coming to the reunion. And I said, this is stupid. I'm not going back out there dealing with any of this stuff. Okay? And I have all my receipts that I need to have in place. Okay? So just know that. As I said, we would drop information every week. And you can ask Cynthia because I gave her some information yesterday. I thought to myself, why am I going back out there again to just deal with this? Why is Giovanna here? All the years that I've done this show, they've never brought anybody that wasn't contracted on this show outside of Dr. Jeff. Yeah, the husbands aren't contracted, the boyfriends aren't contracted, but their girl is there. So we kind of feel like the guys are contracted. They're on the show with us. They travel. They do scenes with us, all that kind of stuff. The only person that I can remember that wasn't contracted that was on this show, which was... that was on our reunion, that sat at our reunion was Dr. Jeff. And that was season, I think, 7 or something like that. So I thought, it's okay. I'm okay. If you want to have her on the reunion, have her on the reunion. It's okay. I can handle everything. Bring her. But let's be fair. Why isn't the cookie lady here? Why can't these girls discuss the cookie lady? That was a big thing. Why didn't you bring Paul and Tanya to sit with Kenya and the cookie lady and confront that situation? Am I wrong for feeling like that? Okay? Why isn't Mark here to address some of the questions dealing with their marriage and their relationship and their marriage license and their daughter? Why isn't he here to answer some of those questions? Why isn't Todd here to talk about the relationship or the issues that he was having with Candy? Why isn't he here to discuss that kind of stuff? Why isn't Shamia here? Why isn't Shamia here to answer or talk about when your water broke and you and Portia and Kenya felt some kind of way? So why is it just let's see what we can do to tear Nene down? Why isn't it everybody else has something to answer? Why is it just me? That's my problem. That's my problem. Okay? That is my only problem. Because where Yo-Yo is concerned, there ain't no problem. Her thirst level was at an all-time high. I did nothing to her. If I did something to her, please tell me what it was. Please tell me, what did I do to her? I did nothing to her. The executives said she could not shoot on this show. I have the text message. I have the emails stating from them that they do not want her on this show. And I told her, my leopard event that aired on this show, she was there. She was downstairs. They wouldn't allow her to come upstairs. She knows that. What did I do to her? What did I do to her? I want to know what I did to her. I said to her, I will never F you. Never. You will have to F me first. And then I'm going to F you back. And that's what I'm going to do. Okay? It is not in me to be doing that crap, okay? You thirsty people come around this show, smiling in people's face, and then pretending you some friend, and then you're not. That's all it is to it. I did nothing to her. Nothing. Her thirst level was so high. I guess she felt it was better to be friends with 3 people than to be friends with 1, and maybe it will help her get on the show. But she's the dumbest there is. You ain't gonna be on the show. Period. You're not going to be here. They used you for what they needed to use you for. You're not going to be here. And what other show will have you around? You recorded, Cynthia, and you did. I have the transcript. I have all of the text messages. You did record her. Period. And I sent them all to Cynthia yesterday. And I have more to send to her. You recorded her. I didn't know. It didn't make sense for me to sit and talk to to her about nothing when I did nothing to her. I did nothing to her. When, I'm going to tell you something. She went on the show called The Sister Circle. Everybody started hitting me up and saying, Yo-Yo is on there and said you made up the recording. Now, you know I didn't make up the recording. Just like Wendy, instead of me going to social media, everybody was like, you better reply, you need to say something. She said, you made up the recording. I said, I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to do it. I'm going to call her up personally. I called Yo-Yo up personally. I said, what are you doing? Why are you out here saying I made up a recording? I said, now you know that me and the executives, I'm sorry, well, one of the executives and a producer, myself, Greg, her husband, Rick, and her, we all sat in a meeting at the Intercontinental Hotel, okay, where they wanted her to let them hear a little bit of the voice recording because they wanted to know that she had it for real and she wasn't lying just to be on the show and around the show. Her husband said he heard it, and when he heard it, he told her she could not play it because it would ruin their reputation and everything. But prior to that, she had already sent me the transcript, and she had already sent me what her husband had said. Listen, that's as far as I'm going to go. There's a lot, okay? I don't want to make the video super long. I don't want people to get bored. I don't want people to just whatever. I'll just make another video. Just know, she's telling another lie. And all these girls care about is what they can try to do to figure out a way to bring me down. I don't know why. I don't know why they choose to do that all the time. Why they choose to just act like she's a bad friend. She's this, she's that. And it's really disappointing to have a friend that you've been with for 10 years and they just sit there and just be okay with people saying all this stuff that you know yourself is not true. But you won't speak up and say, you know what, I know that ain't true. We were not like that. She was not that kind of friend to me. She is not that person. She is a loyal friend. It's really disappointing to spend 9, 8, 9, 10 years with somebody, and no matter what the problem is, that you wouldn't be able to stand up and say, look, I'm going to say this. That girl is not like that as a friend. It's disappointing. It's disappointing. All I want to ask you is this. Do you think it's fair? Do you think it's fair to bring Yo-Yo just in to look at me and tell a whole bunch of lies to national television? Why didn't they bring the cookie lady with Sam? I mean, why didn't they bring the cookie lady and Paul with Tanya and Kenya? Why didn't they do that? Do you think it's fair? Why didn't they bring Mark? Do you think it's fair? Why didn't they ask Todd about the problems that he and his wife is having? You think it's fair? Why didn't they bring some of Eva's bridesmaids to talk about why she's broke and why she's wearing other people's shoes? Why didn't they talk about that? What's wrong with that? Why is it just got to be, let's jump on Nene? I didn't know that my YouTube channel had comments down at the bottom. Please comment. You can also send me an email to book, B-O-O-K, Nene, N-E-N-E, @gmail.com. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my son's channel, King Brent. And we are going to do more stuff for you guys to see and hear. Thank you so much. I don't want to use all of my energy today. I am not sad about anything. Yes, I walked off. Yes, I walked off. And I don't regret a thing. I would do it again and again and again. A lot of things I do, I don't always regret them because everything is a lesson to me. And I'm also the kind of person I act on how I feel. And I'm true to who I am. And I'm always going to be very true to who I am. I've never been thirsty. Although I'm kind of thirsty right now because my throat is hurting, child. I got a little sore throat over here. But I've never been thirsty. I really feel sorry for Yo-Yo. If anybody out there that's interested in doing any type of business, with Yo-Yo, I would truly reconsider. I think it is the worst decision you could ever make. The worst decision you can ever make is to do business with a person that is so thirsty and so deceiving. And anytime you want to send me a cease and desist, I'll be happy to receive it. But I'm going to continue to say what I have to say. And I'm going to say it over and over and over again. And if you want to go to court, we can go there too. Thank you. And thank you for subscribing to my channel. I love you guys. Check out my son, and that's where I'll be. Thank you.